Okay, so we are here to solve the given circuit. Okay, so we are here to solve all the currents and all the voltages across these resistors. Okay, so kukunin natin yung current dumadaloy kay R1 at yung voltage na kinukuha niya, yung current na dumadaloy kay R2 at yung voltage din na kinukuha niya, at yung current na dumadaloy kay R3 and yung voltage na kinukuha niya. Okay, with the given voltages, 12 volts and 5 volts. Alright, so first, we will get the KCL or the Kirchoffs Current Law equations. Okay, so ang gagawin natin, titingnan natin yung dalawang node. Okay? And when I say node, okay, ito yung point or yung connection kung saan merong 3 or more components na nakakabit sa kanya. And in this case, meron tayong dalawang node. Node 1 and node 2. Okay, so by following the conventional current law, okay, so, yung conventional current flow, okay, so ganito yung direction niya, okay, lalabas yung current from the positive source, okay, and there you go. Yung current na yan, okay, papasok yan sa node 1. Okay, so pagpasok niya sa node 1, okay, meron pa isang current dito. Okay? And by the way, ina-assume ko lang naman itong direction na to. Pwede kasing mangyari na mag-iba ng direction yung current. Mamaya makikita natin if tama ba yung assumption natin or mali. But for now, para ma-solve natin yung values ng current, mag-assume tayo ng direction ng current. Okay, pagdating sa node 1, okay, magsasama itong dalawang current na to and lalabas sila dito sa branch na to. Okay, we will call this first current I1 and yung pangalawang current na to is I2. Okay, tawag natin sa pangatlong current is I3. Okay, si I3, okay, bababa siya dito. Okay, so pagbaba niya dito sa node na to, mahati ulit siya sa dalawa. Okay, si I3, okay, mahati siya sa dalawa. And yung current na lalabas dito is same lang sa I1. Kasi nga, kapag series, okay, since naka-series itong connection dito sa part na to, okay, series sila, iisa lang ang current na dumadaloy sa kanila and that is I1 ito, I1 pa rin ito. Same din dito, okay, since series itong connection dito, okay, so I2, I2 rin ito. So, ang daloy ng current dito is I2 rin. Okay, and using yung mga node na yan by KCL, okay, the summation of current, so by KCL, or the Kirchoffs Current Law, the summation of all currents across a flowing through a node is equal to 0. Okay, so from node 1, makuha natin ang equation dyan, okay, kapag papasok ang current, gagawin natin positive. Kapag palabas naman yung current, gagawin natin negative. So, ang makuha natin equation dyan from node 1 is positive I1, positive I2, negative I3 equals 0. Okay, so now, kunin din natin siguro yung node number 2. Okay, from node number 2, okay, makuha natin dyan positive I3, negative I1, negative I2 equals 0. Okay, so, di ba nga, gaya na napag-usapan natin from our lecture, and by the way, ibang recording to. Okay, same lang itong dalawang equation na to. Kasi kapag transpose natin yung I3, magiging I1 plus I2 equals I3. Ganon din dito. Kapag transpose natin itong I1 and I2, makukuha natin magiging, okay, magiging positive I1, positive I2 equals I3. So, pareho lang itong equation na to. And dito sa KCL, minsan defined din siya as current entering equals current leaving. Okay, so current entering equals current leaving. And in this case, the current entering is I1 and I2 equal sila sa current leaving which is I3. So, ito yung nakuha nating equation. So, we will call this 1. Okay, tatawagin natin itong equation 1. And either dito sa tatlo, okay, gagawin natin silang, iisa lang silang equation. So, magiging equation 1 sila. Okay, so tapos na tayo sa nodes. Mayroon lang naman dalawang node and so now, magke-KVL naman tayo or the Kirchoffs Voltage Law. Okay, sa Kirchoffs Voltage Law, the summation of voltages is equal to 0. Okay, so now dito sa Kirchoffs Voltage Law, okay, kukuha tayo ng isang closed loop. Okay? Isang closed loop. Ibig sabihin kung saan tayo nagumpisa. Okay? Iikot tayo and then matatapos tayo kung saan tayo nagumpisa. Gaya nito. And yung direction ng loop, okay, it's your decision if gusto nyong clockwise or counterclockwise. Okay? Magiging same lang naman yung resulta nun. But for me, prefer ko kasi lagi na clockwise yung direction. Okay, so sa KVL, the summation of voltages is equal to 0. So here, kukuhanin natin lahat ng voltages na dinaanan ng loop na to. And that will be equal to 0. Now, kapag voltage source, okay, umpisahan natin sa voltage source. Kapag voltage source, since ito yung positive terminal and ito yung negative terminal, okay, kapag voltage source, kung saan lumabas yung loop, okay, since ito yung loop natin, ito yung direction, kung saan lumabas yung direction ng loop natin, yun yung magiging sign niya, okay, sa equation. And in this case, positive. So, positive 12. So, from loop number 1, okay, tawagin natin siyang loop number 1. Okay, so loop number 1, meron tayong positive 12. Okay, isa pa. May voltage drop itong resistor na to or si R1. Okay, so ito yung direction ng loop natin. Okay? And kapag passive element or resistors, okay, since ito yung direction ng current niya and yung direction ng loop is same ng direction ng current, okay, kapag same ng direction, magiging negative sa equation. Okay, so kapag same ng direction, yung current at yung loop, so, magiging negative. And kapag opposite direction naman, yung loop and yung current, magiging positive sila. Magiging positive ito pagdating sa equation. Okay, so, voltage drop ng R1 is equal to the current flowing through the resistor 1 multiplied by the resistance. Okay, so yung voltage drop neto is equal to yung current na dumadaloy sa kanya which is I1 multiplied by its resistance na R1. So, mangyayari, okay, since same ng direction, so negative, yung voltage drop ni R1 is equal to the current flowing through R1 which is I1 times yung resistance niya that is R1. So, this is the voltage drop of R1. Okay, and meron pang isang dinaanan. That is itong resistor 3. Okay, so kung ito yung direction ng loop natin, okay, so same pa rin siya, okay? Nag-same pa rin ng direction yung direction ng current at yung direction ng loop. At dahil dyan, negative din ang voltage drop nito. So, kapag negative ang voltage drop, okay, ang mangyayari, magiging minus. Okay, so minus. Balikan natin yung equation. Magiging I1R1 minus yung current flowing through R3 which is I3. Okay, pinangalanan natin kasi siyang I3 mula dito sa equation. Multiplied by its resistance that is R3. Okay, so that's it. That's all for the loop 1. Okay, kasi tatlong voltages lang naman yan. So, equal na natin siya sa 0. Okay, so, magpo-proceed tayo sa pangalawang loop. Okay, mag-loop tayo dito sa pangalawa. And, dahil nga prefer ko laging clockwise, so clockwise ang magiging loop ko dito. Tatawagin natin siyang loop number 2. Dito sa loop number 2, okay, tatlong voltages din yung dinaanan niya. Itong voltage drop ni R3, voltage drop ni R2, at itong isa pang voltage source. Okay, sa loop number 2, umpisahan natin sa voltage drop ni R3. Ayan, so, nakita nyo, naging opposite direction yung current flowing through R3 at yung direction ng loop natin. So, magiging positive ito sa equation. So, sa equation, okay, sa number 2, sa loop number 2, okay, sa loop number 2, positive yung voltage drop ni R3. So, mangyayari, magiging positive yung current na dumadaloy kay R3 multiplied by its resistance. So, ito yung voltage drop ni R3. So, positive siya kasi opposite direction yung current at yung loop. Okay, dito naman sa taas. Okay, ito pa rin yung direction ng loop natin kasi nga clockwise yung direction ng loop. Okay, so opposite direction ulit yung current at yung loop natin. So, ang mangyayari, positive din ang voltage drop ni R2. So, dito sa equation, magiging okay, positive yung voltage drop ni R2, which is yung current flowing through R2, that is I2, multiplied by its resistance. And finally, okay, isa pang dadaanan natin is yung voltage source. Okay, so, again, ito yung direction ng loop natin, no? Clockwise kasi yung loop natin. And ito yung positive terminal, and ito naman yung negative terminal. And since yung loop natin is lumabas sa negative terminal, okay, so magiging negative ito si 5 volts dito sa equation. So, mangyayari, okay, so magiging negative 5 volts equals 0. Okay, so now, isa-substitute natin yung values ng mga resistances. Okay, so mangyayari, so, substitute natin yung value kay R1. So, mangyayari dito sa equation 1, magiging 12 minus I1 times 1 kilo ohms minus I3 times 3 kilo ohms. That is equal to 0. And, para mamaya, para hindi tayo mahirapan mag-solve, okay, itatranspose ko na si I1 at si I3 sa kabila. Okay? Kasi kailangan natin i-arrange ito na yung variables or yung mga unknowns natin, which is I1, I2, and I3 is nasa kabilang side and yung mga constant is nasa isang side. So, mangyayari dito, magiging positive I1 times 1 kilo ohms plus I3 times 3 kilo ohms is equal to 12. Okay, so now, this will be our equation number 2. Okay, so, now, ito namang loop number 2 ang i-manipulate natin. Okay, substitute natin yung value ng resistors. Okay, so, mangyayari dyan, magiging I3R3. Okay, ito yun, no? Ay, sorry. Substitute pala. Okay, so, I am sorry. So, magiging I3 times yung value ni resistor 3, that is 3 kilo ohms, plus I2 times yung value ni R2 that is 2 kilo ohms. Okay, and transpose ko na rin si 5 sa kabila para masunod yung format na ganito. So, equals positive 5. And that would be our equation number 3. So, by using KCL and KVL, meron na tayong 3 equations and 3 unknowns. So, para masolve natin si I1, I2, and I3, okay, tatlong unknowns ito. Meron tayong tatlong equations, okay? At dahil meron tayong 3 equations and 3 unknowns, therefore, we can use the systems of equations. Okay, it's either by elimination, okay, pwedeng by elimination, which is yung mahaba, no? Or pwede rin by determinants. Okay, either dito sa dalawa, masasolve natin yung I1, I2, and I3. But, makikita nyo na mas madali or mas mabilis ang solution kapag determinants ang ginamit natin. So, let's go! So, by elimination, okay, meron tayong, okay, yung equation 1 natin kanina, equation 2 pa rin natin, at dito pa rin yung equation 3. Okay, ni-rearrange ko lang. Alright, so, dito sa elimination, okay, mag-eliminate tayo ng variables para masolve natin yung ibang variables. Okay, so, ang gagawin natin dito, para masolve natin si I1, mag-eliminate tayo ng, okay, para masolve natin si I1, i-eliminate natin si I2 at si I3. Okay, so ang unang i-eliminate dito sa equations na to is yung variable na present sa lahat ng equations. Okay, so titingnan natin ano bang variable yung present sa kanilang lahat. Okay, si equation 1 nandito lahat, sa equation 2 walang I2. And sa equation 3 naman wala ring I1. And dito makikita natin na sa lahat ng equations, present si I3. And therefore, si I3 ang i-eliminate nating una. Okay? Ito yung una nating i-eliminate. So, mangyayari dyan, okay, kukuha tayo ng dalawang equations and doon natin, okay, kukuha tayo ng tigda dalawang equations and doon natin i-eliminate si I3. So, I prefer kukunin ko muna si equation 1 and equation 2. Okay, so i-rewrite ko lang sila. I1 plus I2, okay, ito sa equation 1 minus I3 equals 0. And I1 times 1 kilo ohms plus I3 times 3 kilo ohms is equal to 12. Okay, that is equation 2. Okay, so para eliminate natin si I3, okay, it's either ipag-add natin or ipagma-minus natin. Okay, or isusubtract natin yung dalawang equations na to. But since negative yung I3 dito at positive yung I3 dito, so ang gagawin na lang natin is ipag-add natin yung dalawang equations. Okay, so ipag-add natin yung dalawang equations. Dahil dyan, okay, kailangan natin gawing additive inverse itong dalawang I3 na to para makancel. Okay, at para maging additive inverse sila, gagawin natin, i-multiply natin buong equations na to sa taas by 3 kilo ohms. Kasi nga, para maging I3 times 3 kilo ohms, okay, negative I3 times 3 kilo ohms plus I3 times 3 kilo ohms, okay, magiging additive inverse sila and as the result, magka-cancel. Okay, so, pero meron din siyang effect sa ibang variables dito. So, 3 kilo ohms times I1, that is, I1 times 3 kilo ohms plus I1 times 1 kilo ohms magiging I1 times 4 kilo ohms. Okay, so again, 3 kilo ohms times I1 plus I1 times 1 kilo ohms, okay, magiging 4 kilo ohms. And 3 kilo ohms times I2, magiging I2 times 3 kilo ohms. And since wala namang I2 dito sa baba, bring down lang natin. So, plus I2 times 3 kilo ohms. And okay, so wala na tayong i-multiply pa kasi cancel na to si I3. So wala namang kasama ito si 12. So 0 plus 12, that is equal to 12. And this is now our equation number 4. Okay, so from equation 1 and equation 2, by elimination, nabuo natin si equation 4. And kukunin naman natin ngayon sa equation 2 and sa equation 3. Okay, so ang gagawin natin, kukopyahin natin ulit equation 2 and equation 3. So, sa equation 2 and equation 3. So, I1 times 1 kilo ohms plus I3 times 3 kilo ohms equals 12. Okay, so I2 times 2 kilo ohms, okay, ito na equation 3, plus I3 times 3 kilo ohms equals 5. Okay, parehong positive itong I3. And pareho na sila ng numerical coefficient. And so ngayon, ang gagawin natin, since pareho silang positive, ipagmaminus natin yung dalawang equation. So, I3 times 3 kilo ohms minus I3 times 3 kilo ohms. So, additive inverse na sila. Makakancel na yan. So, magiging 0. Okay, so, kasi nga gusto nating eliminate si I3. So, wala namang I1 dito sa kabila. Bring down natin si I1. So, I1 times 1 kilo ohms. Okay. Minus I2. Okay, wala namang I2 sa taas. So, minus I2 times 2 kilo ohms equals 12 minus 5, that is 7. And that would be our equation 5. So, from equation 2 and equation 3, nabuo natin si equation 5. Now, mag-eliminate naman tayo kay equation 4 and equation 5. Ang mangyayari, so ikakopy ko sa equation 4 and sa equation 5. So, magiging I1 times 4 kilo ohms plus I2 times 3 kilo ohms is equal to 12. And sa equation 4 and sa equation 5 naman, I1 times 1 kilo ohm minus I2 times 2 kilo ohms equals 7. Okay, so dito, pwede nating eliminate either si I1 or si I2. Kung i-eliminate natin si I2, makukuha natin si I1. Pero kung i-eliminate naman natin si I1, makukuha natin si I2. Okay, pero ang gusto kong unahin kasi is si I1. Kaya, ang gusto kong eliminate ngayon is si I2. So, mangyayari, ipag-add ko itong dalawang equation since positive and negative naman sila. So, ipag-add ko yung dalawang equation. So, now, hindi sila pareho ng numerical coefficient. So, kailangan magkapareho sila para maging additive inverse. So, imumultiply natin both sides of the equations, by a numerical coefficient para maging magkapareho sila. Okay, ang technique lang dyan, kung ano yung numerical coefficient sa baba, yun ang imumultiply natin sa taas. And kung ano yung numerical coefficient sa taas, yun ang imumultiply natin sa baba. Ganun lang kadali yun. Okay, so dahil dyan, 2 times 3, that is 6 kilo ohms, and 3 times 2, that is 6 kilo ohms din. So, pareho na sila magiging 6 kilo ohms. Therefore, cancel na sila. Okay, so, again, ulitin ko lang, no? Kung ano yung numerical coefficient sa baba, yun ang imumultiply natin sa taas. Kung ano yung numerical coefficient sa taas, yun ang magiging, okay, yun ang imumultiply natin sa baba. Okay? At dahil pareho na silang 6 kilo ohms, okay, 2 times 3, 3 times 2, okay, pareho silang 6. Therefore, cancel na si I2. Alright, so 2 times I1 times 4 kilo ohms, that is I1 times 8 kilo ohms. And 3 times 1 kilo ohms, that is plus I1 times 3 kilo ohms. Alright, so okay, again, 2 times 4 kilo ohms, that is 8 kilo ohms. 3 times 1 kilo ohms, that is 3 kilo ohms. Equals 12 times 2, that is 24. Plus, okay, plus 3 times 7, that is 21. Okay, so ipag-add natin itong dalawang terms na to. Ang mangyayari dyan, magiging I1 times 8 kilo ohms plus 3 kilo ohms, that is 11 kilo ohms. Equals 24 plus 21, that is 45. And i-divide natin both sides of the equation by 11 kilo ohms. So, para ma-cancel ito, mangyayari, I1 is equal to 45 divided by 11 kilo ohms. And that is equal to 4.091 milliamperes. So, positive ang lumabas sa I1 natin. So, tama yung assumption natin. So, this is now our I1. Okay, and to solve for I2, pwede na natin gamitin yung substitution. Okay, by substitution, so dapat ang tawag dito, elimination and substitution, no? So, isa-substitute natin si value ng I1 sa equations na may I1 para makuha natin yung ibang currents. Pwede natin gamitin sa equation 4. Si-substitute natin si I1 para makuha natin yung value ng I2. Or pwede rin sa equation 5, okay, sa equation 4, or pwede rin sa equation 5, same lang ang lalabas dyan. And by using equation 4, okay, I1 times 4 kilo ohms. So, equation 4 is I1 times 4 kilo ohms plus I2 times 3 kilo ohms is equal to 12. Sa substitute natin, magiging 4.091 milliamperes times 4 kilo ohms plus I2 times 3 kilo ohms is equal to 12. At dahil dyan, pwede na natin i-transpose itong term na to dito sa kabila. Magiging I2 times 3 kilo ohms is equal to 12 minus 4.091 milliamperes times 4 kilo ohms. And if i-divide natin both sides of the equation by 3 kilo ohms, okay, para makancel ito at makuha na natin si I2, I2 is equal to negative 1.455. Okay, class. Remember, tandaan yung mabuti, walang current na negative. And if nag-negative man yung sagot natin dito, okay, hindi pa ito yung final answer. At kung nag-negative yan, okay, ibig sabihin yan, mali yung assumption natin, okay? Mali yung inassume natin na direction sa umpisa. Well, ganun kasi talaga. Minsan yung mga ina-assume natin is hindi tama. Okay? So, wag masyadong asumero at asumera. And, aminado ako, naging asumero ako. Okay, so, tuloy tayo. Ibig sabihin yan, ibig sabihin yan yung current natin sa I2. Okay, ito. Mali ng direction ito. So, mali yung direction yan. Okay, since nag-negative yung I2 natin, Ibig sabihin, opposite direction yung totoong direction ni I2. Okay, so ito yung tamang direction ni I2. Okay, so ang tamang direction ni I2 is clockwise, no? Okay, ang nangyari dyan kasi, naging mas dominant itong voltage source na to, kaya tinalo niya yung direction nitong, okay, yung direction nitong 5 volts. Okay, so tutuloy tayo. We will solve for I3. Haba. Okay, so the final answer for I2 is yung positive. So I2 is equal to 1.455. Okay, so bale, milliamperes pala to, no? Milliamperes. Okay, note lang natin na mali yung direction natin nung una. Okay, so that is our final answer for I2. And finally, to solve for I3, okay, hindi pa pala tapos. To solve for I3, okay, gagamit naman tayo ng ibang pang equation para mahanap natin si I3. Okay, so marami na tayong pwedeng gamitin. Pwede natin gamitin si equation 2. Okay, so gamitin natin si equation 2. Haba. So using equation 2, that is I1 times 1 kilo ohms plus I3 times 3 kilo ohms is equal to 12. Isa-substitute natin si value ng I1, that is 4.091 milliamperes times 1 kilo ohms plus I3 times 3 kilo ohms is equal to 12. Okay, transpose natin itong term na to sa kabila, magiging I3 times 3 kilo ohms is equal to 12 minus 4.091 milliamperes times 1 kilo ohms. And i-divide natin both sides of the equation by 3 kilo ohms. So, cancel ito and makukuha natin si I3. I3 is equal to 2.636 milliamperes. And that is our answer for I3. Okay, so babalikan natin yung circuit. Now, to solve for the voltages, okay? Yung voltages, itong tatlong resistor na to, okay? Magagamit lang tayo ng Ohm's Law. Kasi, since available naman na yung mga current, okay, yung mga currents dito na dumadaloy sa kanila, we can now solve for their voltages. Okay. Wala pa lang space dito. Okay, so here, dito na lang tayo. To solve for the voltage across R1, VR1 is equal to yung current na dumadaloy kay R1, which is, in this case, ang dumadaloy sa kanya ay I1 multiplied by its resistance, or R1. So that is equal to 4.091 milliamperes multiplied by R1, which is 1 kilo ohms. That is equal to 4.091 volts. And to solve naman for the voltage drop of R2, that is equal to yung current na dumadaloy kay R2, which is In this case, I2 ang dumadaloy sa kanya. So, I2 times yung resistance niya, R2. And that is equal to 1.455 milliamperes multiplied by its resistance na 2 kilo ohms. That is equal to 2.91 volts. And finally, to solve for the voltage drop ni R3, the voltage drop ni R3 is equal sa current na dumadaloy kay R3, which is I3, times yung resistance niya, that is R3. And that is equal to 2.636 milliamperes multiplied by 3 kilo ohms. And that is equal to 7.908 volts. And these are our final answers for the voltage drops. Okay, voltage across R1 is 4.091 volts. Voltage across R2 is 2.91 volts. And the voltage across R3 is 7.908 volts. Okay, so ito naman, isosolve natin yung tatlong equation by using determinants, okay? By using matrices or determinants. Okay, so andito pa rin yung equation 1, ito pa rin yung equation 2, and this is equation 3. Alright, and here we go. Una, isosolve natin si determinant D. And para masolve natin si determinant D, okay, gagamit tayo ng matrix. Okay, gamit tayo ng matrix and ganito ang magiging arrangement niya. Okay, so ito sa unang column, ito yung column ni I1. Pangalawang column is yung column ni I2. Pangatlong column is yung column ni I3. Okay, yung unang row naman is yung row ni equation 1. Okay, pangalawang row is yung row ni equation 2. And yung pangatlong row is yung row ni equation 3. And i-close natin siya. Okay, so ilalagay natin. Okay, umpisahan natin kay equation 1. Ilalagay natin numerical coefficients ni I1, I2 at I3. And sa equation 1, ang numerical coefficient dito ni I1 is, since wala nakalagay, that is automatically 1. Kay I2 naman, sa equation 1, ang numerical coefficient kay I2 is 1 din. At kay I3, ang numerical coefficient kay I3 is negative 1. Okay, kay equation 2 naman tayo. Ang numerical coefficient ni I1 is, okay, dito kay equation 2, the numerical coefficient of I1 is 1 kilo. Okay, so di ko na sinama yung ohms na unit niya. Okay, so 1 kilo or 1,000. Ang numerical coefficient naman dito ni I2 is wala, so 0. At ang numerical coefficient naman dito ni I3 is to 3 kilo or 3,000. Okay, sa equation 3 naman. Ang numerical coefficient dito ni I1 is wala rin, so 0. At ang numerical coefficient naman dito ni I2 is 2 kilo. And finally, the numerical coefficient of I3 dito is 3 kilo din. Okay, so isa-solve natin to, itong determinant na to, and para i-solve ito, i-multiply natin yung diagonally, yung mga elements dyan sa loob, at magiging positive yung pababa, and yung pataas naman na diagonal is magiging negative. Okay, paano yon? So, ganito. Pababa muna tayo. 1 times 0 times 3k. Okay, that is equal to 1 times 0 times 3k, 0. Pangalawa naman, 1 times 3k times, okay, since wala na dito, ikakopy natin yung unang column. So, 1, 1k, 0. Ito yon. So, parang minirror lang natin. So, nangyayari dyan sa pangalawa, 1 times 3k times 0. So, 1 times 3k times 0. That is 0 din. And sa pangatlo naman, magiging negative 1 times 1k times, okay, kakopy naman natin ngayon yung pangalawang column. So, 1, 0, 2k. Ang mangyayari dito is negative 1 times 1k times 2k. So, that is plus negative 1 times 1k times 2k. So, ito yun. So, negative 1 times 1k times 2k. Okay, tapos na tayo sa pababa. Okay, hanggang 3 lang yon. And sa pataas naman. Pataas, okay, 0 times 0 times negative 1, that is 0 din. So, since yung pataas is negative, so minus 0. At ito naman, yung pangalawa, 2k times 3k times 1, that is equal to, okay, minus 2k times 3k times 1. Okay, so, yung pangatlo, that is 3k times 1k times 1. Okay, so hanggang 3 lang din yon. So, minus 3k times 1k times 1. So, mangyayari dyan equal to negative 1 times 1k times 2k, that is negative 2 mega. Okay, minus 2k times 3k times 1, that is 6 mega. Minus 3k times 1k times 1, that is minus 3 mega. So, now, ipag-add natin ito or pag-minus natin, that will be equal to negative 11 mega. Okay, so nakuha na natin yung determinant. Si determinant D. So, that is D. Now, to solve for I1, okay, papalitan natin itong column ni I1 ng 0, 12, and 5. Okay, kung ano man yung constants dito. Kaya natin in-arrange dito sa ganitong format, okay, para magamit natin for determinants, okay? So, ang arrangement niyan is I1, I2, I3 equals yung constants. Okay, so para ma-solve natin si I1, papalitan natin yung column ni I1 ng 0, 12, and 5. Okay? Para ma-solve si I1, papalitan yung column ni I1 ng 0, 12, and 5. Or yung column ng constant. So, I1 is equal to, pinalitan natin yung column nito ng, yung constants natin ng 0, 12, and 5. Copy natin yung column ni I2 at ni I3. So, copy natin ito. 1, 0, 2k. And kakopy natin itong I3 which is negative 1, 3k, and 3k. And pag nakuha natin yung determinant na yan, i-divide pa natin yan kay determinant D. Which is yung negative 11 mega. Okay, so gawin natin. So, pababa, positive, pataas, negative. So, 0 times 0 times 3k, that is 0. Okay, 1 times 3k times ito, 5. Okay, copy natin yung pangalawa, yung unang column, 0, 12, and 5. So, 1 times 3k times 5, so magiging plus 1 times 3k times 5. Okay, yung pangatlo naman, negative 1 times 12 times, so, okay, copy natin yung pangalawang column, 2K. So, negative 1 times 12 times 2K is plus negative 1 times 12 times 2K. Okay, yung pataas naman. 5 times 0 times negative 1, that is 0. So, minus 0. Ito naman. 2K times 3K times 0, that is 0 din. So, minus 0 ulit. And dito naman, pataas. 3K times 12 times 1, so that is minus 3K times 12 times 1. Divided by the determinant D, which is negative 11 mega. So, I1 is equal to 1 times 3K times 5, that is 15K. Negative 1 times 12 times 2K, that is negative 12 times 2, 24K. Okay, so negative 24K. Minus 3K times 12 times 1, that is minus 36K. Divided by negative 11 mega, that is equal to 4.091 milliamperes. Okay, so pareho lang din ang sagot natin. Pero, as you can notice, mas madali siya, okay? Mas mabilis siyang isolve. And to solve for I2 naman, okay, to solve for I2, itong original determinants natin, papalitan naman natin, okay? Para ma-solve si I2, itong column ni I2 naman yung papalitan natin ng column ng constants, which is 0, 12, and 5. So, mangyayari to solve for I2, okay, ang mangyayari, I2 is equal to, okay, determinants then. Ikakopy natin ngayon yung column ni I1, which is 1, 1K, and 0. 1, 1K, and 0. And this time, si column 2 naman yung magiging 0, 12, and 5. So, kung kanina, sinolve natin si I1 yung pinalitan natin na column, this time, yung column naman ni I2 yung papalitan natin. So, magiging dito yung 0, 12, and 5. And copy pa rin natin si column ni I3, that is negative 1, 3K, and 3K. Okay, divided by the determinant D pa rin. So, that is equal to, okay, pababa, 1 times 12 times 3K, that is, 1 times 12 times 3K, that is 36K. Okay, pababa ulit, kakopy natin yung unang column. So, 1, 1K, 0. 0 times 3K times 0, that is 0. And yung pangatlo naman, kakopy natin yung pangalawang column, 0, 12, and 5. Okay, kasi mini-mirror lang natin yung una at yung pangalawang column. So, dito, negative 1 times 1K times 5, that is negative 5K. Okay, pataas naman. 0 times 12 times negative 1, that is minus 0. Okay, so negative nga kasi yung pataas. And 5 times 3K times 1, that is minus 5 times 3, 15K. And finally, 3K times 1K times 0, that is 0 din. So, minus 0. Divided by the determinant, okay, D, which is negative 11M, or 11 mega. So, I2 here is equal to negative 1.455 milliamperes. So, okay, dito nakita natin na negative. So, confirmed na mali nga yung direction natin. So, I2, the final answer for I2 is equal to 1.455 milliamperes. Noted na mali yung direction natin. Okay, so this is our final answer for I2. And finally, to solve for I3, okay, from original determinant, okay, yung column naman ni I3 ang papalitan natin. So, mangyayari, magiging I3 is equal to, okay, yung original na column ni I1 at I2, that is 1, 1K times 0, and 0. And yung pangalawang column is 1, 0, and 2K. 2K. And finally, yung column naman ni I3, yung papalitan natin. So, 0, 12, and 5. Divided by the determinant D. Okay, that is equal to 1 times 0 times 5, that is automatically 0. 1 times 12 times, okay, 0 rin yan. Ikinapin natin to. So, 1K. Okay, 1 times 12 times 0, that is 0 din. And ito naman pangalawang column. So, copy lang natin. 1, 0, 2K. So, 0 times 1K times 2K, that is 0 din. Pataas naman. Okay, 0 times 0 times 0, 0 cube. Joke lang. So, 0 rin yun. Okay, so 2K times 12 times 1, that is, okay, since pataas yan, minus 24K. 12 times 2K. And finally, 5 times 1K times 1, that is minus 5K. Divided by determinant D na negative 11 mega. So, I3 is equal to 2.636 milliamperes. And that is our final answer for I3. And congratulations! Tapos na tayo sa Kirchoffs Laws. Alright, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Okay, pwede nyo kami tanongin ni Sir Udinya nyo personally, or you can message, or pwede nyo gamitin yung group natin. And with that, thank you.